When I was in 8th grade, my older brother started messing around on the dark web. He thought it was just a joke, something silly to pass the time, and he never imagined anything serious would come from it. He kept telling himself he was being safe, even while he was poking at random strangers online. Then one night, he was sitting in my room when he suddenly slammed his laptop shut. I asked what happened, but he didn't say a word. He just walked out and stared out the living room window. I kept pushing him to tell me what was going on, and he went to check the front door to make sure it was locked. That's when he finally told me. Someone had sent him a picture taken from outside our house, and they knew both of our names. He had no idea what to do, and he begged me not to tell our dad. He wasn't supposed to be on those sites in the first place, and if Dad found out, we were both dead. The next morning, our doorbell rang, and a man with a badge said he was an undercover cop. He told us they got an alert about suspicious activity coming from our address. We lied and pretended we had no clue what he meant. He just told us to stay safe. But the next day at school, he showed up again. Our receptionist came to my class and said the police were there for me. They told me they had to take me home because there was an emergency. I kept asking what happened, but they wouldn't say anything. The receptionist just whispered that I needed to go with them. I went outside, and the car they put me in didn't have any police markings, but I didn't think much of it. I'd seen unmarked cars before. Then I noticed there were no door handles in the back. I couldn't get out even if I wanted to. They drove in the opposite direction of my house, and the longer we drove, the more terrified I became. That's when it hit me. These guys weren't cops. I honestly thought I might never see my family again. Then they started arguing, because the gas tank was almost empty. They had to stop at a gas station, and by some miracle, a real police car pulled up right next to us. The men could tell I knew something was wrong, so one of them climbed into the back seat with me and quietly told me not to say a word. When the officer asked if everything was okay, the man lied and said I was his niece and I'd been misbehaving. The officer left and we drove off again. A few minutes later, the men started freaking out. They realized that if anyone reported me missing, the police from the gas station would remember them. So they pulled over, opened the door, and told me to get out. My hands were still tied, and I had to run all the way back to the gas station like that. I'm very, very lucky to be alive.